Today's journey is the Wainuiomata Coast, which is on the south coast of Wellington, New Zealand. It is a beautiful, rugged coastline. It is also a great spot in the winter for astro. However, during spring and summer, it can get a little breezy out there. Current wind speed here in Upper Hutt is 35 to 45 kilometres per hour, which is essentially too windy for the drone. I'm hoping that the weather report is right and that the winds will drop down tonight around about 20 kilometres an hour, which is okay for the drone. So today's plan is to essentially capture the rest of the footage that I haven't got the last two times I've been out there. Just a few extra shots. There is about a 30% chance of rain today here in Upper Hutt. The Wainuiomata Coast, however, does look clear for most of the day. I do see the clouds breaking up later, which hopefully should give us a really nice sunset, especially if you get a break in the clouds on the horizon. So one of the things about taking pictures of sunsets is if there is a lot of cloud covering the sky and it's quite low on the horizon, you generally won't get the sun to create a nice reflection off those clouds. You do want a break between the ocean and the cloud layer. That's the only way that you'll actually get a nice sunset, because that lets the rays come up, reflect on the water, and reflect up onto the clouds. Okay, so the gear I'll be using today is the Mavic 3 Pro drone, triple camera system, controller, batteries. I've already checked the memory card is in the drone. The Viltrox 16mm 1.8 lens, which is exceptionally fantastic for astro and landscape. Next is the Nikon 50mm 1.8S lens, great for blogging and also an exceptional portrait lens. I follow it up with variable ND filters in this pouch here for both lenses. Then we have ND filters for the Mavic 3 Pro drone. And lastly, the DJI Mic 2 microphone, which is what I'm recording on right now. So here I am at the Wainuiomata Coast. It's actually seagull nesting season at the moment, which means essentially the seagulls will dive, and they'll either dive at you or dive at your drone. What they'll often do is circle around in the wind turbulence, and they'll use the gust to circle, and what they'll do is they'll come down with their talons and they'll either grab the drone and rip it, or try and rip the propellers, which will cause it to fall and crash, or in some instances they'll actually come straight at me because they can see that I am holding the controller, and they will attack the person who's holding the controller. You have to be very careful at this time of year, especially from about November to about the end of February. When the seagulls are nesting, they're very protective of their eggs. They will have a go at you or your drone. The best way to avoid that is either go quite high, so maybe 100 meters, go to your maximum height at 120 meters, fly from above, or the other option is to actually come quite low
and skim across the ground, or just maybe not even 10 meters above the ground, they find it a lot harder to actually attack the drone when one is either up high because they can't get the wind to take them up, or they can't attack the drone when it's quite low because they find it quite hard for the same reason to actually get down at your drone. Beautiful place. The light is really good at the moment. As you'll see behind me, you'll see the clouds, how they've got a bit of structure going on there, a bit of patterns. They look quite beautiful. There's already nice light already, and it's 7:38, so I think the sunset's going to be quite nice tonight. So stick around and we'll let you know how we get on.